I want to lead on from that, where the influence of parents, especially on athletes beginning in sports, and again, what you just said, you could use that and put it straight into the parent category, but then that comes back to the primary caregiver.
Yeah.
Who cares what they think? Well, they've got me to here. They're obviously the people I love the most in the world. How have you found dealing with parents that either don't care or care too much when it comes to athletes in sport?
I deal with a lot of, especially in an individual sport like surfing and with tennis, a lot of the time the caregiver or the parent is also the coach. So, yeah, I've done a lot of work around this.
I've done a little bit as well, and it's
now the reason is so if you look at it going, why is it super, super rare that you can have a parent be parent and coach and have a strong relationship with the kid? Why is that super rare? And I think what it comes down to is the two roles are fundamentally very different for how the athlete or the kid perceives it, right? Is that your relationship, say, with your father is one of what is the number one thing you want from your dad?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Probably love and support.
Love and support. Perfect. Exactly. All I want is dad's love and support, right? That's fundamental. And so if I then do some behaviors in competition that are then perceived and communicated that aren't good from dad, even if it's not at a conscious level, a lot of it is at a subconscious level, I'm then going, my performance then influences the amount of love and support I get from dad. So now there's this currency of, if I perform, I get more love and support. And if I don't perform, I now don't get as much love and support. So it's this conditional relationship that goes with parent and kid. And all the kid wants, and we're all kids at the end of the day, we just want our parent to love and support us. So having that taken away from us is so difficult. So everyone deals with it differently. But sometimes it's a whole lot of internal pressure, because if I don't perform well, I get less love from dad. Now, that's not consciously the thought very often, but subconsciously it's, I really want to have approval from my parent. And it's not to say it's one person's fault or the other. The parent could not be actively trying to make the performance or the love conditional, but it's the perception of the kid that there is conditions to this love and support.
You get excited when he wins, you get bummed when he loses. That's something that a kid could take different ways. So then also on top of that, if you look at the role of the coach, what's the main role of the coach to the athlete? Teach, put wisdom, technique, training, all those things. Exactly. So there's a criticality that goes with the relationship. My role is to provide insight into your performance, technique, tactics, whatever. I've got to be critical of what you're doing. So there is a judgment of what you're doing for me to then help you to make you better, right? So then if dad then jumps into that coach role, fundamentally there's an analysis on performance, and there is then these conditions that then pop up, because from time to time a coach needs to be quite directive, because a coach can't just be, oh, you're doing great the whole time. No, sometimes there needs to be a little bit of, hey, you're completely off here. We need to do this, this, and this. Yeah, there's this honesty, right? So now in a good athlete to coach relationship, there's this trust built in there, and that there is this honesty, and they've got the balance between encouragement and accountability right. But again, if that kid then goes, I don't know which role dad's in at a subconscious level, because he's trying to give me feedback. He's just trying to be a good dad. He's just trying to give me feedback because he wants me to surf well. It's well intended. He wants me to be better. He's super proud of me. He wants me to achieve all the dreams. In doing that, he goes, I need to be critical here. I need to give some feedback to Johnny because he didn't do well here. Well intended. But then the kid, the athlete, then interprets, oh, I've done something wrong.
now there could be conditions on this love and support. So it's extremely hard to do. And I tend to try and never give absolutes in anything in psych. But being a parent and coaching in an individual sport is one of the closest things that I'll just say, just don't. Just don't. If you've got the resources and the privilege, because I understand that not everyone has that privilege to be able to use an external coach.